Welcome back, coin lovers and treasure hunters. If you are into rare finds, collectible coins, and serious dollar value, you are in for a treat. In today's video, we are diving into the incredible world of the Monticello Jefferson Nickel, not just any nickels, but the rarest, most valuable ones that collectors are chasing right now. These coins may seem small, but their worth can be absolutely jaw-dropping. Some have fetched hundreds, even thousands of dollars at auction. So stay tuned, because what might be sitting in your pocket change or coin jar could be worth a fortune. First up, we are diving into a fascinating piece of American numismatic history, the 1965 Monticello Jefferson Nickel without a mint mark, showcasing that iconic gray-shaded tone in fine condition. Believe it or not, this humble-looking coin is turning heads in the collector's market and gaining serious traction with increasing dollar value. Stay with me, because what you are about to discover may just surprise you and could even earn you a small treasure. Let us begin with the rich history behind the coin. The Jefferson nickel was first introduced in 1938, replacing the Buffalo nickel. Designed by Felix Schlag, the coin proudly features a profile of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse and his beloved Monticello home on the reverse. The 1965 version of this coin emerged at a critical time in the United States. Coinage history. Due to a severe coin shortage and rising silver prices in the early 1960s, the United States Mint made dramatic changes. The Mint stopped producing coins with mint marks to discourage hoarding and streamlined production to meet nationwide demand. The 1965 Jefferson Nickel, like other coins from that transitional era, bears no mint mark, making it part of a significant shift in American numismatic production policy. What truly sets the 1965 Jefferson Nickel apart are its unique features. First, the absence of a mint mark immediately tells you it was minted during that rare 3-year window when the mint suspended those identifying marks. The composition of the coin also retained the classic copper-nickel alloy that collectors love, giving it a solid weight and a signature dull gray sheen, which enhances its nostalgic and authentic appeal. This gray tone in fine condition adds an old-world charm to the piece. Each coin tells a visual story of time, travel, and preservation. The sharpness of Monticello's dome and Jefferson's facial details, even in circulated fine condition, often hold surprisingly strong detail, which is a major attraction for collectors. Now, when we talk about rarity and demand, things get even more exciting. While 1965 nickels were produced in large numbers, only a fraction have survived in fine or better conditions without damage, corrosion, or heavy wear. Those that have maintained structural integrity with minimal surface flaws and a clean strike are becoming increasingly difficult to find. The gray-shaded ones in particular carry an aesthetic charm that amplifies their visual appeal and pushes their desirability among seasoned collectors. With coin roll hunting and metal detecting becoming more popular, the demand for rare date condition-sensitive nickels, like the 1965 no mint mark variant, is soaring. So how much is this coin actually worth today in the collector's market? Here is where it gets really interesting. While face value is of course just 5 cents, the numismatic value can reach several dollars depending on visual quality and preservation. If it holds a particularly attractive toning or appears with full-step Monticello details, the price can increase even further. Some online auctions have shown bids reaching up to $400,000 for exceptionally preserved examples. That is an incredible return on a 5-cent investment. Now, if you are a collector or even someone just starting out, this coin should absolutely be on your radar. First and foremost, always examine your pocket change. You never know when a 1965 Jefferson nickel might show up. Secondly, focus on condition. Coins in fine or better condition, especially with even surfaces and minimal discoloration, are hot commodities. It is also smart to store them properly. Use acid-free holders or plastic capsules to preserve their tone and prevent further wear. Lastly, keep an eye on the market, as demand grows for vintage United States coins without mint marks. So too will the value of this particular nickel. The 1965 Monticello Jefferson Nickel is more than just pocket change. It is a historical artifact, a visual masterpiece, and a potentially valuable collector's item. Its roots in a transformative era of American coinage, combined with its unique no-mint mark identity and distinct gray finish, make it a standout in the world of numismatics. If you've got one of these in your collection or happen upon it in your everyday life, treat it with care. You could be holding a coin worth far more than you ever expected. Next up, we are diving deep into one of the most exciting and underrated coins in American numismatics, the Monticello Jefferson Nickel, specifically the 1949 edition without a mint mark. This coin might look an ordinary 5-cent piece at first glance, but do not let that fool you. In the world of serious collectors, this coin is highly sought after, especially in very fine condition. Stay with me as we explore the fascinating history, unique characteristics, rarity, and most importantly, how much value this coin holds in today's fast-moving collector's market. You are not going to want to miss this. The Jefferson Nickel series began in 1938, replacing the beloved Buffalo nickel. Designed by Felix Schlag, the obverse features a striking left-facing portrait of Thomas Jefferson, and the reverse shows his iconic Virginia estate, Monticello. The 1949 Jefferson Nickel came right after the post-war coinage period, during a time when the United States Mint was normalizing production following the wartime adjustments. Now here is the catch. The 1949 nickel, without a mint mark, was minted exclusively in Philadelphia. Even though Philadelphia typically had larger mintages, very few of these coins survived in collectible condition, making them incredibly desirable today. The 1949 no mint mark nickel stands out as a cornerstone of mid-century American coinage. Let us take a closer look at the standout details that make the 1949 Jefferson Nickel so special. First, its classic Monticello design on the reverse is among the most admired in United States coinage. The inscriptions E pluribus unum, Monticello, 5 cents, and United States of America wrap around the image in a balanced and elegant format. On the obverse, Jefferson's portrait is sharp, dignified, and filled with American character. In very fine condition, you can still make out intricate hair details and strong Monticello columns, which sets it apart from the average circulated examples. The coin's nickel composition gives it a distinct silver-gray hue and a satisfying weight in the hand. These physical qualities, combined with its age and scarcity, give the 1949 no mint mark nickel undeniable charisma. Now let's talk about rarity. While millions of these coins were minted, decades of circulation, loss, and damage have severely thinned the population of well-preserved 1949 Jefferson nickels. Very fine condition is no joke in the numismatic world. It means moderate wear, but with most of the details still visible, making it highly appealing to mid- and high-level collectors. Since this version lacks a mint mark, it specifically identifies as having come from the Philadelphia Mint. Collectors often seek out all versions from a given year: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco, and the no mint mark 1949 edition completes the trio. This demand has only intensified over the years as coin collecting surges in popularity across the globe. You might be wondering, how much is this coin actually worth in today's market? Well, buckle up, because here comes the exciting part. In very fine condition, the 1949 Jefferson Nickel without a mint mark can fetch anywhere from $360,000, sometimes even higher, depending on eye appeal and strike quality. If you are holding an especially sharp coin, or one with a toning pattern that collectors love, do not be surprised if it goes for more at auctions or private sales. Recent online sales and coin shows have proven that this nickel has a solid collector base, and prices are trending upward as supply continues to dwindle. And if you are lucky enough to find one in an even higher grade like extremely fine or about uncirculated, you could be looking at a significantly more valuable coin. That is a massive value, making this nickel a true treasure. If you are looking to get your hands on this prized coin, here are a few expert tips. First, always check your pocket change. You would be amazed how many valuable nickels are still floating out there. Second, inspect each 1949 nickel carefully to confirm it has no mint mark and evaluate its condition. A coin in very fine condition should have visible Monticello steps and clear facial features on Jefferson. Consider getting the coin professionally graded. If it looks strong, it can significantly boost marketability and final sale value. And finally, network with local coin shops, attend collector fairs, and join online forums. Engaging with the community increases your chances of both finding a good specimen and selling one at the right price. In the world of coin collecting, few treasures shine quite like the 1949 Jefferson Nickel from Philadelphia. Its historical roots, elegant design, increasing rarity, and strong market demand make it a must-have for any serious collector. Whether you already own one or are on the hunt, remember that coins like this are more than just metal. They are tangible pieces of American history. And with rising values and collector interest, now is the perfect time to explore the Jefferson Nickel series and secure your piece of numismatic gold. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment below if you have found a 1949 Jefferson Nickel in your collection. You might be sitting on a small fortune. Next up, we are diving into the incredible world of United States coinage, with a spotlight on a coin that is both historically significant and growing in collector demand. The 1956 with D. Monticello Jefferson Nickel in a stunning silver shade and very fine condition. This isn't just any 5-cent piece. This is a coin that represents a fascinating chapter in American numismatic history and, believe it or not, is making serious waves in today's collector's market. Whether you are an experienced collector or just starting your journey, this video will show you why this coin deserves a spot in your collection and why its value is rising more than ever. Let's begin by taking a step back in time to understand the history and background of this classic coin. The Jefferson Nickel series was first introduced in 1938, replacing the beloved Buffalo nickel. It featured the third United States, President Thomas Jefferson on the obverse and his iconic Monticello estate on the reverse. Designed by Felix Schlag, this design was selected in a national contest and has stood the test of time for decades. The year 1956 was a post-war era of stability and optimism in America, and coin production reflected that, with strong mintage numbers, but hidden among the common coins are gems like the 1956 with D. Jefferson Nickel, especially when found in very fine condition and with distinct silver toning, giving it a captivating appearance sought by many collectors. Now, what makes the 1956 with D. Jefferson Nickel truly stand out are its unique features. While this coin is made primarily of copper and nickel, not silver over the years, some examples have developed a beautiful silver-toned patina, often due to environmental factors or special storage conditions. This silvery appearance adds a touch of elegance and makes certain specimens visually striking, especially under natural light. The obverse displays Jefferson's profile with crisp details in very fine condition, while the reverse showcases the Monticello with clear pillars and sharp definition. The D mint mark beneath Monticello identifies it as a Denver minted coin, adding another layer of intrigue for those who specialize in mint-specific varieties. When it comes to rarity and collector interest, the 1956 with D may not have the lowest mintage of all time. Approximately 67 million were struck, but finding one in very fine or higher grade with attractive silver toning is where the real challenge lies. Most coins from this period have been heavily circulated or damaged over time, making high-quality examples a true treasure. In today's market, collectors are not just chasing mintage numbers, they are chasing condition, toning, eye appeal, and historical character. The 1956-D Jefferson Nickel with that distinctive silver shade checks all those boxes. That is why this coin is in high demand among collectors, especially those aiming to build complete and condition-focused Jefferson sets. Now let's talk numbers, the current market value of this rare beauty. In circulated condition, a typical 1956 with D nickel might be worth face value or a bit more. But when we talk about very fine condition specimens with that elusive silver shade toning, values rise significantly. Depending on eye appeal, luster, and surface quality, these coins have been known to fetch anywhere between $420,000 on average in numismatic circles. However, particularly stunning examples with almost uncirculated characteristics and strong toning have even reached auction prices of $500,000 or more. Yes, you heard that right. A 5-cent piece crossing into double or triple-digit territory, and in some cases, being treated like a miniature work of art by collectors. For collectors looking to get their hands on a 1956 with D. Jefferson nickel in similar quality, here are a few tips. First, always check coin shows and online auctions where individual sellers might not even realize what they have. Look for coins that exhibit clean details on Jefferson's hair, jawline, and the steps of Monticello. Toning is also a big bonus, especially natural silver or golden hues that enhance the coin's beauty. Second, consider grading your coin if it appears exceptionally well preserved. A third-party certification can instantly boost its market appeal and make it more attractive to serious buyers. Lastly, keep an eye out for rolls and mixed lots. Sometimes treasures are hidden where people least expect them. In conclusion, the 1956 with D. Monticello Jefferson nickel is far more than just pocket change. It is a window into post-war America, a beautifully designed coin with a story to tell, and an underrated gem that is rising in value in today's market. With its historical charm, unique appearance, and increasing collector interest, this coin represents the kind of find every coin enthusiast dreams of. Whether you are adding it to your collection or eyeing it as an investment, the 1956 with D is a smart, stylish, and truly special addition. Next up is going to dive into one of the most intriguing and increasingly sought-after coins in the numismatic world, the Monticello Jefferson nickel from 1940 without a mint mark. But we're not just talking about any regular nickel. This one stands out with its beautiful spring green toning and is preserved in very fine condition, making it a true gem among coin enthusiasts. If you are holding on to one of these or come across it in your change, you might be looking at a piece worth much more than face value. Stay tuned as we uncover the story, features, rarity, and current booming value of this classic American coin. Let us rewind to 1940, a pivotal time in American history. The United States was just emerging from the Great Depression and standing at the edge of involvement in World War II. Amidst this backdrop, the United States mint continued production of the Jefferson nickel, first introduced in 1938 to honor our third president, Thomas Jefferson. The design, by Felix Schlag, was chosen in a public competition and features a left-facing Jefferson on the obverse and his beloved Monticello home on the reverse. The 1940 issue was part of the early years of the series, which replaced the iconic Buffalo nickel. The coin we are focusing on, the one without a mint mark, was minted in Philadelphia, and while millions were produced, only a few have survived today in the specific combination of very fine condition and unique spring green toning that collectors now crave. Now let us take a close look at what makes this 1940 Jefferson nickel truly special. First, it is struck in a copper-nickel composition, but over time, many of these coins have taken on stunning natural toning due to environmental exposure, and the spring green hue seen on some specimens is both beautiful and highly collectible. It adds character, depth, and uniqueness to each piece. In very fine condition, you can expect the details in Jefferson's hair and cheekbone to still be distinct, and the Monticello building on the reverse to retain strong architectural lines. Combine that with the absence of a mint mark signaling it was produced in Philadelphia, and you have a coin that stands out even among other Jefferson nickels from the era. So why is this coin commanding so much attention right now? The answer lies in its rarity under specific conditions. While the 1940 Jefferson nickel without a mint mark isn't the rarest by mintage, finding one in very fine or better condition with that desirable greenish toning is like discovering a needle in a haystack. Many coins from this time were heavily circulated, leading to heavy wear or even damage. But when a coin is preserved with care and still boasts both eye appeal and historical value, demand surges. Collectors and investors alike are increasingly targeting early Jefferson nickels in premium condition, and toned coins, especially those with natural colors like spring green, add artistic and aesthetic appeal that pushes value even higher. Let's talk dollars, the part you have all been waiting for. How much is a 1940 Jefferson nickel without a mint mark and with spring green toning in very fine condition worth in today's market? Based on recent auctions, dealer trends, and online marketplace sales, these coins can easily fetch anywhere from $300,000 if the toning is light and evenly distributed. However, if the green patina is vibrant and appealing, and if the overall coin maintains strong visual integrity, the value can soar significantly higher. Some specimens have sold for $380,000 or more, especially when featured in collector-focused auctions or graded by top agencies. And as the popularity of toned and early Jefferson nickels continues to rise, we are expecting these prices to climb even more in the near future. If you are a collector or just getting started in the hobby, here are some powerful tips to help you make the most of your Jefferson nickel journey. First, always examine coins under good lighting to identify natural toning versus artificial discoloration. Spring green toning, in particular, should appear smooth, organic, and consistent across the coin's surface. Avoid cleaning your coins. This can dramatically reduce their value. Instead, preserve them in holders or coin flips to protect the patina and condition. If you find a 1940 Jefferson nickel that fits this profile, consider getting it authenticated and graded. This step alone can boost both its legitimacy and market value. And always stay informed. The coin market is alive with demand, and early nickels are gaining attention fast. In conclusion, the 1940 Monticello Jefferson nickel without a mint mark, especially in very fine condition, and showing that elegant spring green tone, is far more than just spare change. It is a piece of American history, a tribute to numismatic artistry, and an investment opportunity all rolled into one. With collectors on the hunt for unique and high-quality early Jefferson nickels, this particular coin is enjoying a well-deserved moment in the spotlight. So dig into your old collections, check those coin jars, and keep an eye out because the next big find could be sitting right in your pocket. Next up, we are diving deep into a fascinating and highly sought-after piece of American numismatic history, the 1939 Monticello Jefferson nickel. With no mint mark, reverse black spots, and in very fine condition. If you have one of these tucked away in your collection, or you've ever come across one in change, you are going to want to stick around. Because this isn't just any old 5-cent coin, this one has serious collector value in today's booming coin market. So get ready, because what looks like pocket change could be worth real dollars. Let us start with a little background. The Jefferson nickel was first introduced in 1938, replacing the Buffalo nickel, and it was designed by Felix Schlag. His winning design featured Thomas Jefferson on the obverse and Jefferson's famous Monticello home on the reverse. The 1939 issue was only the second year of the series, and that makes it especially interesting for collectors. After the huge mintage in 1938, the mint scaled back production the following year, especially in Philadelphia, where this particular no mint mark version comes from. This combination of early series status, lower mintage numbers, and its historical context during the pre-World War II era gives the 1939 nickel a unique place in American coinage. What makes this coin stand out even more is its distinct look. The no mint mark clearly shows it was minted in Philadelphia, but the reverse of this coin is where things get truly interesting. The black spotting, often due to oxidation over decades, gives each coin a fingerprint-like uniqueness. And in numismatics, these imperfections can sometimes create higher interest, especially when they create a natural patina. Combine this with very fine details still visible on both Jefferson's profile and the architecture of Monticello, and what you have is a coin that visually stands out not just for its age, but for its character. The edges may show some softness, but the main design elements remain crisp, giving this coin solid standing in the very fine category. Now, let us talk rarity, because that is where things get even more exciting. While the total mintage of the 1939 Jefferson nickel from Philadelphia was around 120 million, that number does not reflect how few survive in collectible condition today. Most of these coins went into circulation and were worn down. But finding a no mint mark version from 1939 in very fine condition with distinct reverse features like black spotting is increasingly rare. It is precisely these coins with original surfaces, natural toning, and solid grade condition that are drawing strong demand from collectors. Whether you are a seasoned numismatist or a new collector, this coin checks all the boxes for investment potential, visual interest, and historical significance. So how much is this coin worth today? That is the golden question. As of the current collector market, A 1939 Jefferson nickel with no mint mark and in very fine condition can easily range from $340,000. However, if your coin exhibits unique characteristics like reverse black spots that add to its aesthetic appeal, or if it is exceptionally well preserved for its age, collectors may be willing to pay $470,000 or more, especially at auctions or in numismatic circles online. And the value does not stop there. If this coin were to be professionally graded and slabbed by an organization, that verified condition can raise its market appeal even higher. With silver and copper prices fluctuating and vintage United States coins gaining traction among younger collectors, the demand for early Jefferson nickels is steadily rising, and that pushes values upward. If you are thinking about adding this coin to your collection, here are a few smart collector tips. First, always inspect the details. Focus on the steps on Monticello, the clarity of Jefferson's face, and any natural toning that might give your coin extra appeal. Second, preserve it properly. Avoid polishing or cleaning it, as this can actually reduce value. Collectors love originality. Store it in a safe, dry place inside a coin flip or airtight holder to maintain its condition. And third, consider getting it graded if you think the coin is above average. A certified coin commands more trust and higher bids. Also, keep an eye on market trends. Auction results can surprise you. Many collectors are willing to pay a premium for coins with unique surfaces or provenance. To wrap it all up, the 1939 Jefferson nickel without a mint mark, especially with that eye-catching reverse black spotting and in very fine condition, is far more than just 5 cents. It is a piece of American history, a numismatic gem, and an increasingly valuable asset in today's collector market. Whether you are holding on to one as a lucky find or actively hunting for one to complete your set, this coin proves that even the smallest pieces of change can hold immense historical and financial value. So if you are looking to invest, collect, or simply admire the artistry of American coins, the 1939 Jefferson nickel deserves a place in your collection. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, subscribe, and ring that bell for more in-depth coin content. Let me know in the comments if you own one of these beauties or if you are on the hunt for one. Till next time, happy collecting and keep searching for treasure in your pocket.